Welcome to the 2021 kickoff meeting. Again, our focus, continuous improvement for 2021. Unfortunately, we can't be all together thanks to COVID, but hopefully in the future we will be able to. It's a great picture of our North Branford, a great site improvement of our new rail yard in North Branford, where the old wash plant was. We have an automated track scale in motion. We've done a nice job with some stormwater, and we really moved a lot of material. Our guys did a great job, and then our track crew put this track in all this distance, so it's a good efficiency upgrade for our track yard. We do a lot of rail business, and this complements what we do. We have to be efficient, and we have a nice stock. Just a great job, great continuous improvement of our sites, something that we try to do every year. Really proud of all the work and how it came out. Just want to say, 2021, we still have the COVID challenges. We rose to those challenges in 2020. We did a fantastic job with that. And the focus here is it takes all of us to be successful. The challenges and the responses and the extraordinary effort last year were unprecedented, most impressive, and they continue in 2021. So I hope you and your families are safe and healthy. A sincere thank you for all the work you did day in and day out, rising to those challenges that we were faced last year. We need to continue to have the same focus. We continue to get good supplies for our people, and we continuously look for new and better ways to combat COVID. Together we make a huge difference. We proved that last year. It was most impressive how we worked through all the challenges of 2020. And a sincere thank you. I can't thank you enough for that. All in all, we ended up working 925,000 hours. We've been hitting 1 million hours year in and year out. So we were a little bit off. A couple of the lines of businesses had a little more effect on COVID, so we had a little less work hours. Newington Quarry and North Branford second shift especially. We had 8 recordable injuries last year. 2 more than the year before. We had a lost time, same as the year before. On the MSHA citation side, we had 53 inspection days. We had 25 citations, nothing major. We continue to improve on that front. Guys do a fantastic job with our plants, and we're always looking to improve. We drove over 3 million miles, which was more than the year before by 238,000. That's mainly in the line of business of construction and ready mix that we're extremely busy all year. We had 4 preventable vehicle incidents, which was a big improvement from the year before. On the aggregate side, the hours were 278, 3 recordables, the lost time was in aggregate, and 1 preventable, over 300,000 miles. Just our aggregates team did a really good job working together, working as a team and working safely. Our shops, 75,000 hours, very busy year for the shops, and they got zeros across the board, 300,000 hours. The shops have done a fantastic job, 4 years in a row with no recordables, no lost times, and no preventables. Just a fantastic job. Think about all the equipment and all the work they do, all big stuff. Just can't thank the shop enough. I can't thank any of our people in trucking, 36,000 hours worked, almost 500,000, just short of 500,000 miles driven, in zeros across the board. Think about the challenges our fleet are up against daily. The drivers working a lot of hours, moving big pieces of equipment. Our guys do. We're the best in the business at this. It's a fantastic job. Can't thank our trucking guys enough for the work they did. Remarkable results and a lot of hours, so it's very good. On the asphalt had a busy year with construction having a full schedule, and they had zeros across the board. And the QC department works under the asphalt, so everybody, great job. The asphalt division, 4 years of zero on the recordables and lost time and preventables, just like the shop. Great job by the ready mix division, big uptick, some really big jobs, really good jobs, and they faced the challenges all year. They had 3 recordables, 0 lost times, 1 preventable. Just 784,000 miles, a lot of miles driven, and fantastic job by those drivers. Really, really driving those mixers, facing the challenges just like the dump trucks. Great job. Can't thank you guys enough. And then on the construction and milling side, we had a busy year. It started at April 1st, and the schedule was full the whole year. Really, really good job by our construction and milling and paving division. 800,000 miles driven, 2 preventables, 0 lost times, 1 recordable. With all the challenges we faced in 2020, we really, really excelled. Really showed the true Tilcon color on that. Lee Cole sent a great video. It's a little Jenga game video. It's short, really good. Just something that it's of a ready mix truck and a driver in his kind of working through his day. Just something that really hits home. It's what we do, and it gives a different perspective. It's something that I really think you'll enjoy. It's only 5 minutes, and there's a good purpose to it and a good point to it. So think about this video, especially during the year, the challenges that we face, and looking at things from the side and the top down, and I think it's really good. So thank Lee for sending that, and obviously because of COVID he's not here, but he loves to come up to our training.
At some point in your life, you've probably played Jenga. You start with a well-constructed tower. Carefully, you remove blocks from the lower levels, making sure you're not the one to send the tower toppling. And right now you may be wondering what a game like Jenga has to do with your day-to-day work. Think of the work you do as the Jenga tower. The overall task is made up of smaller actions. Some of those actions are yours, but some of them come from other people or the way a system is set up. Today, this Jenga tower represents Joe's task of delivering ready mix. As we go through his day, watch carefully for the top-down view of Joe's task. This is the view management sees. And the 360-degree view of Joe's task. This is the view that Joe sees. Joe Stepp is a ready mix driver for the company. Today is Thursday, and he has to be at work at 6 a.m. in order to pick up mix and be on the job site at 7 a.m. On Monday, when he completed his vehicle inspection report, he noted that there was an issue with the pressure on his water tank. The water tank pressure issue destabilizes Joe's tower, but the tower's still standing and appears pretty solid. Once he gets to work and begins to do his daily vehicle inspection report, or DVIR, he notices that the water pressure issue hasn't been repaired. Poor review of the DVIRs and the lack of timely repairs affects Joe's tower. Joe's concerned that this is a frequent occurrence. It seems that non-safety repairs that don't directly impact the safe operation of his vehicle, are given a low priority. Even as the view looks the same from above, Joe knows that a history of non-safety repairs getting low prioritization is affecting his tower. Joe arrives at the plant only to find out that an issue there means he won't be getting mix until after 7. The ready mix plant being down may make Joe feel rushed to complete the other steps. Around 7, the customer begins to call the dispatch office asking about his mix. The dispatcher assures him that it will be delivered soon. When the plant's up and running, Joe gets the mix and drives to the job site where the contractor complains about the tardy delivery. Dealing with an upset contractor is another block. After delivering the mix, Joe pulls up to the job site to rinse out the drum. He climbs up the ladder on the back of the truck and begins rinsing. He quickly realizes that this is taking much longer than usual to clean the drum because of the low water pressure. Failure to fix needed repairs prior to being loaded removes another block from the tower and increases the instability. Joe realizes that he was already running late because the plant was down this morning, but now he's going to be even later because of the low water pressure issue. Another block is removed as Joe feels rushed to make up time. Finished rinsing, Joe hurriedly begins to climb back down the ladder. On the second rung, he loses his footing and falls 4 feet to the ground, landing on his back. Losing his footing isn't just another block from the tower, it's the block that triggers the collapse of the tower and causes Joe's incident. We know that people make mistakes. Anyone can lose their footing and slip. We call those mistakes an active trigger when they result in an event. In the past, we've focused on fixing the final block, the mistake. But human performance reminds us there are other blocks in the Jenga tower. Sometimes those blocks can be missing for weeks, months, or even years while the tower keeps standing. Those missing blocks are organizational weaknesses that already exist in our systems. Did you notice that the view from the top never changed? This was management's view of operations. They saw ready-mix being delivered and were unaware of the latent conditions, the missing Jenga blocks, that Joe was seeing. The view from the side was what frontline workers like Joe see. They see the missing blocks. They see where the tower is unstable and shaky. They're exposed to all of the hazards. Sometimes they create workarounds to get the job done and inadvertently remove blocks. Sometimes they're following the processes, like when Joe completed his vehicle inspection, and the weaknesses in our systems are creating hazards and difficulties. Human performance is about recognizing the missing Jenga blocks, the latent conditions, within our systems and finding ways to minimize or eliminate them. It's about recognizing that we can't eliminate human error, but we can create safer systems to make mistakes in. Creating these safe systems will allow us to achieve our goal of zero harm.
We have to focus on the same things that we've done in the past. Our safety and our quality are the keys. We just want to have the best program in our industry, and we've proven that year in and year out. Continuous improvement is our focus. And it's a safety journey, and that journey doesn't end. We just have to continue every year to little small improvements here and there, different looks, different things we do, and just keep our employees safe and with all the COVID concerns healthy, more than ever on the health side. And an employee-driven safety culture is most important to us, and we do that through our safety committees. And then on the customer service side, we just have to deliver exceptional quality and customer service daily. Just very important to what we do. The competition out there seems like the workload might be down a little in 2021, might not be as busy as 2020, and there's the jobs, the bidding is very competitive. There's not a lot of bidding. So everything is very competitive, so it's more important than ever for us to work as a team. And make sure that we stay focused on quality and saving money and just keeping our costs down and having just exceptional customer service. It's what we do, it's what we deliver. We have some great stories to tell regarding it, and it's just our focus. So continue that great focus. Can't thank everybody enough for the past, and we want to move forward and have some improvement in the future. Small things make a big difference. So three ways to make safety more natural to everyone. First of all, make sure it's personal and we take it home with us as well as at work. And just working together has never been more essential. Just think about all the challenges last year with COVID and working together and getting the right equipment and having good safety and health habits is just extremely important. It's a great picture of our plant. This is the plant in New Britain, and that's the guys working as a team out in Griswold working on one of our crushers. I like to have pictures in here that show some of the things we do. It takes practice to make safety a habit, and that's what we need to do all the time. Focus on that. These are just small reminders or programs that we have. The See, Stop, and Do, we focus on that for a long time, just to be a safe worker, be concerned for everyone else as well as yourself. And then, somebody working in the bin with some good, safe work habits there, cutting with a torch, not just having glasses, but having the mask on, being tied off. Those are just good, safe work habits, having proper tie off. And then that on the other sticker there, the 20-20-20, every 20 seconds, 20 minutes, every 20 minutes, just look around, take 20 seconds and look around 20 feet. Just look at your work area, look at if there are any risks, any changes. It's just kind of a nice habit to have, and just those stickers just remind us, especially when we're working together. Taking action through your safety committee makes a difference. So join the safety committee. If you're not on the safety committee, be in good contact with our employees that are on safety committees. We've had great success with these committees over the years, and we continue to get better. And just good focused things, eliminate serious harm. Think about all the big things that we do and all the big harm that we're in, but we have great focus. We do a great job, and keeping everybody safe is more important than ever. And just becoming a learning organization, we're constantly trying to learn how to do things different and better. And cultivate an employee-driven safety culture. When we all buy into it, it just makes it better. You know, years ago, I've been here a long time, and years ago the safety programs were certainly different and nowhere near what we do, and they weren't part of our culture. They weren't part of what we do every day. And I'm sincerely proud of the hard work of our safety department and all our people on our committees. And we restructured the safety department a few years back and had nothing but good success doing that. A lot of hard work and dedication, and thank you for that. And then I showed this last year, and it's the same this year, the top 10 safety focus points for 2021, and this is for all CRH. You know, frickin' frack through this video, and you know, we'll show the video, and just listen to what they have to say. You know, they do a nice little comedy act, but the points are really essential, and they do a good job with that. So just take a moment and think about those top 10 safety focus things across all of our company. Very important to us, and think of those things during the year, just like you think of the video from the Jenga game that Lee sent us.
Ladies and gentlemen, an FFN special event, the 2021 Safety Top 10 list with your host Frick, or is it Frack? Tonight's special guest is Chris Schwetman, CSP. Welcome to FFN Tonight.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a very special FFN show. Tonight we're going to be covering CRH America's Materials Safety Top 10 list for 2021. Now we've got a very special guest joining us tonight for our show, and in fact his producer is leading him to the stage right now. Looks like a Brooks Brothers suit, proud sponsor of our show. Folks, he is a safety expert, and if anybody's gotten a chance to speak to him, it takes him only minutes in a conversation to tell you he's a certified safety professional. So, coming to the stage right now, let's welcome your friend and ours, Mr. Chris Schwetman. Hey, all right, good to see you, man.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing?
All
Wow,
right.
great crowd.
A
Great
handshake
crowd.
here, bud. A little something.
Sorry.
Yes, I know
there
we
you
got
go.
this.
So
Let's see.
enthusiastic. I mean,
Yeah.
socially distanced, but
It's a good
very
crowd.
enthusiastic.
It's a good
You know,
crowd.
we've had huge crowds wherever we went. Everywhere, yes.
Huge crowds.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
your definition of huge and mine's going to be a little bit different. But, anyways, we got you here tonight for this show for
Yes.
the 2021
That's correct.
Safety Top 10
Yes.
list.
Yes.
Yeah, let's not waste any more time bantering about this.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and start this.
Well, you know, a lot of people make a good living off of useless banter.
Let's start the top 10 list, shall we?
Yes.
All right, so number 10.
Yes.
Review and update vehicle pedestrian segregation plans.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we all know, and I'm sure the audience all knows, that VPS is a key part of our life-saving rule equipment safety. Now, what we're looking to do here with this one is to revise and renew those plans that
Right.
are already in place. Now, we just had a very serious incident in Europe where a contract ready-mix driver basically had an open fracture of his leg. Yeah, where another ready-mix truck backed into him because there was confusion in the plan. The plan itself was confusing. So even though it's in place, we need to review and renew
Keep
those
them
if necessary.
updated and make
Yep.
sure that people understand that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Yep,
that-
yep.
Yeah, that's disgusting. All right, let's move on to number 9.
Number 9, yes.
Conduct a daily safety huddle.
Yes.
And that includes, of course, a discussion of the internal traffic control plans.
Right.
Kind of seems like a no-brainer. Haven't we been doing this for years now?
Well, we have. Now, what the problem is that it's the quality. How thorough are we in doing our daily safety huddles, and are we discussing the internal traffic control plan with those if you're in the work zone?
I actually think we had a video of somebody doing it very well.
Okay.
Producer, can you play
Yeah.
that video?
Excellent. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, so we shot this up at Pike. Now you can see they use a whiteboard to kind of lay out the safety huddle for the day. They have discussions of everything that's going on in the day and how they're going to mitigate those risks.
Yeah, no, that, and you could tell it's relevant because it's right there on the job site in the back of the truck.
Yep, and you can see right there on your left that they discuss the internal traffic control plan. That's built right in to the whiteboard.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And of course, that was shot before the times of social distancing, so you're not seeing them wear the mask, but you can do that when you do it now. Just have a mask, social distance.
That's
It'll
correct.
be great.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Number 8.
Number 8. Ooh, yes.
Maintain 3 points of contact. Now, as a certified safety professional,
Yes, I am.
I can't believe I'm the
Certified
first one to mention that
safety
in today so
professional.
far.
Yes.
I've got a video I'd like you to see and tell it a little bit.
Okay.
Can we roll that video?
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. All right. So we shot this at Riverbend Materials. Now watch, stop. Only 2 points of contact right there.
Yeah.
So he was actually trying to get 3 points of contact for the video. It's not as easy as it looks.
No, in fact, people who do it all, it is difficult. You have to go slow with it.
Absolutely. Let's roll the next video, and I think that shows it much better. Yeah, so he's getting into the loader here. Notice that he is stopping, then repositioning the hands to ensure that he has 3 points of contact all of the time. This next video shows the same. As he's dismounting from the ladder on the ready mix truck, you can see him kind of stopping, repositioning the hands, and it works much better, taking your time.
You know what I'm seeing is 2 employees just staring there watching somebody work.
Well, you know, some people make a very good living off of that as well.
A couple of good-looking guys.
Good-looking guys, yes.
All right, let's
yes.
move on.
All right.
Number 7.
Number 7, yes.
This one shocks me. Wear your seatbelt.
Right.
What's up with that? This is 2021.
Well, I know, I understand. You know, I almost feel naked if I get in and don't put on my seatbelt.
You didn't have to go there.
Well, I'm trying to lose the holiday weight. I'm trying to do my steps.
No, I got a visual in my head now.
All right. Anyway, folks, this is something we need to focus on because let's give a couple examples. Let's say you just have to reposition a vehicle or a piece of equipment on a job site, and you just have to go a short distance. Or even if you're at home, you move it from the garage maybe out to the curb or out to the street. You don't probably put your seatbelt on.
No.
Right.
But that's the time when you need to at work.
Right.
I know you get on and off equipment
You gotta get in
frequently.
the habit, yeah.
But you got to get in the habit.
Yeah,
Right.
that's why it's still there.
Let's move on. Number 6. Number six. All right. If you see something,
Yes.
stop and do something.
Yeah, absolutely. This is our mantra at CRH America's Materials.
Yeah.
And so we need to focus on our new employees that are inexperienced, making sure this becomes second nature for them. Or maybe our old grizzled veterans that maybe have had their risk tolerance hardened.
Can't help but notice that you were staring at my beard when you said old grizzled veterans.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like Grizzly Adams in a suit. Looks good on you, though.
Let's move on. My follically challenged friend. And I'm sure the camera doesn't pick that up. I wouldn't worry about it. Number 5. Conduct a thorough risk assessment.
Yeah. So as a CSP, a risk assessment is very, very important to me. And I think
You're big on the risk assessment.
I am,
as you
very
should
much
be.
so, yeah. So I think what the problem here is a lot of time we're just checking the boxes. We're just going through the motions of a risk assessment, and we need to be more thorough.
Right. Now, I think we got a video clip here of the perils of not actually doing a risk assessment properly. We got that? Did you play it?
Oh, is that,
Yeah,
there it goes. Okay. So he's trying to move a boat with a forklift.
Right. So that's a problem. Oh, that's not.
So folks, when you plan this out, he probably didn't have enough people to do this job, and certainly he's not taking into account the slopes on this particular parking lot.
He sees a forklift going and now the boat's going.
No, you got to save the boat first.
Yeah, none of those priorities straight. Looks like something of a Benny Hill video here or something.
Wow.
That's classic. Look, I think we got a second video in the works here. Yeah, let's check that out.
Oh yeah, so you planned everything else out to make a great show, but you haven't thought of everything. That's pretty funny.
I love you hear him go, stop the video.
Stop the video. Yes, I
Classic.
feel his pain.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on. Number 4.
Yes.
Disinfect touch points.
Disinfect, yeah.
Now, we're about 10 months into a pandemic.
Yeah.
How is this still a thing?
Well, according to CDC and Health Canada, frequently touched items indoors can still be a way to transmit the virus. So we're talking about door handles, phones, keyboards, in our particular industry, lab surfaces, control house surfaces, things that are inside copy machines that folks touch frequently. I think we need to focus on those.
Keep them
this
clean.
year. Yes.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. All right, let's move on. Sounds good to me. Number 3.
Yes.
Oh, I like this one. Wash your hands.
Yes.
You know, I'm a little
Yeah,
bit of a
very
germaphobe.
yeah.
And
Yeah, I
the
remember,
older I
yeah.
get, the more I get with that. I'm
Sure.
pretty sure this is going to stay a habit for a long time.
Yep. So I almost feel naked again when I don't wash my hands frequently now.
What is it with you and the naked thing?
I don't know. I got issues.
You're sickening me
I
over
know,
here.
sorry. So, folks, try and get that out of your brain as well.
Yeah, good luck.
Folks, frequent washing of your hands is still one of the best ways to fight the spread of this virus. So please continue to wash your hands frequently and for enough time. Remember,
That's right.
We've got some good videos on that. If
Just
you need to
slapping a little
refresh it.
soap on them isn't good enough.
That's not good enough.
Got to get
Nope.
the timing.
Yep.
All right, number two on the
two,
list.
yes.
Social distancing.
Social distancing,
Now, I was
yes.
social distancing before it was even cool, but
Yes, you were.
would you say that that is more of an administrative control?
You really listen to me.
Every once in a while, I do. Yes. Hey, not supposed to touch your face.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
listen to
social
yourself.
distancing, again, is going to be very important. I think what most folks fail to do is they don't properly estimate 6 feet. They think it's 6 feet, but it's much closer, and sometimes that distance needs really to be more.
Right, and as this pandemic thing continues,
Yes.
it's going to be harder and harder for people to do that.
Yeah, and so that's why it's very high on our list. In fact, we've installed an engineering control here. This is a plexiglass shield because we can't get 6 feet
That's
of
right.
social distancing, and so we have to practice that in the studio as well.
Yep, we're doing it the right way
Yes.
here, and it also helps when your working partner has halitosis or bad breath or something. Let's move on to the last one. The big number one.
Big number one, yes.
Of the top 10
Yes, this is
safety
it.
things for
Yes.
2021. You know what it is?
I do.
Wear a mask.
That's right, folks.
Yeah.
And it's not just important to wear a mask, it's to wear the correct kind of mask. Can we pull up that, let's pull up that graphic from the CDC?
Yep.
Yeah, so the CDC and Health Canada both agree on this, that your mask should have multiple layers, not just a single layer. And for our folks in the field who really like to wear those neck gaiters, you should be doubling those over to get that multiple layer.
And I also saw in there about, we're getting into the winter months, it's
Right,
getting
right.
colder, but you're not supposed to just take a scarf, like an open woven scarf, and think that
yeah.
that's going to work.
Yeah, it should
you
be
have to wear the
mask,
mask,
then the scarf. Yep,
Right,
absolutely.
Exactly.
Great.
Well, I can't thank you enough for joining us on the show and helping us out with the top 10 safety items for 2021. Very much appreciated, my friend.
Yes, and we are looking forward to hopefully later in the year seeing you all in person out there in the field.
You certainly could use the exercise. All right, folks, good night. Have a wonderful 2021. Stay positive, stay safe, and we'll see you next year.
See you all next year. You know, cheap shots, my weights, my hair, it's all cheap shots. We're better than that.
Well, maybe, but yeah, we were taking cheap shots at Lee for so long. I think
Well,
we
that's
shake it
true.
up.
I'm good with going back to late.
Maybe we gotta throw Chris May in there a little more.
Ooh, Chris May, lots of material there.
So this is what it's really all about. This is Mike DeLuco's grandson. It's really about family to us, being safe and healthy and going home and enjoying our work, good work team, and going home safely and enjoying our families. This is just a great picture of all the things that go on in our company. Just a lot of big, heavy moving parts between the ready mix division. I said earlier, they had just a great successful season, just really good. The demand picked up 40,000 yards. We ended up doing about 190,000 yards. We've been doing about 150, and these guys just did a fantastic job. The next picture there is our paving crew out there. Busy schedule the full year. We were booked out all year, wondering if we can get it done, and as always at Tilcon, we get it done and we do the job right and safe, and in our focus of doing it better than everybody else. And then our milling crew down below, very busy year for them, the busiest that we've had. The season, we look to have a nice long season for those guys in good quality milling, and that's what we're known for. Just the guys at our construction crew there, people out working and doing repairs, and just a nice picture there of one of our plants, and everything's clean and neat and orderly. And just a picture of the Pine Orchard dock, our tugboat, just our crews there. I like to have these pictures here just as reminders of the hard work and the dedication of our employees. And we look to have a successful season in 2021, and we look to continue to get 2021 and get it behind us with great success that we had last year. So we look to have a steady year. Hopefully the infrastructure bill will pass later this year. I think there's a good possibility. We've talked to all the political leaders about that, and it's a good possibility. So long-term infrastructure is very important to us. We're constantly in contact with the state on funding and making sure that it's very important what we do, and state funding and federal funding is most important. We're constantly in contact with our legislative leaders to make sure that we get the funding and create jobs for everybody and look for another successful year. But the keys to our success, our safety and health is most important, and then just continue that effort, that hard work and effort of making sure that we stay efficient and finding better ways to do things on the continuous improvement side, and the journey of safety, and keep us efficient and we'll get the work, and the work is more than ever competitive, but we can do it together. I said it earlier in one of the slides, it takes all of us. I sincerely mean it. So thank you for all your efforts again, and I look forward to a successful 2021.